Click Connect, special Friday night audit. Stay tuned.
Craig Sullivan, you have got the most amazing shirt I've ever seen in my life. What is that all about?
Hey, that's promoting our other show, 3 Minute Thursday.
Holy shit, dude. What have we done? The mistakes that we're making right now, unbelievable.
You're going to haunt us for years. Are you kidding me?
I am haunted there, Craig Sullivan. Haunted. How are you, friend?
I'm good. I am very good. It's Friday, and I'm here with you, and there's no other place I'd rather be.
All right. So you gave me the day, but I have no idea what time it is.
Hey, it's time for an audit.
Welcome to the one and only Friday Night Audit, the only show in hospitality that takes pride in our lack of quality of work. Thank you so much. That's Craig Sullivan. I'm Glenn Hausman, and I think I'm at the point now in my career where I've decided I've just given up. It's not worth doing anything anymore. I'm just going to phone it in for the rest of my life here. What do you think about that?
I think that lasts maybe another minute. That's about it.
I mean, we're doing it for 106 episodes over here so far. We got number 107 right here, right now, live. But
right here, right now.
I know, for sure. So it's great to see you, Craig. It was very sad being without you last week and not doing the show live, but I guess it was my fault.
You were so sad. Yeah, you were so sad at Madison Square Garden, your happy place.
I was
terribly upset.
I was very upset. I will say, I think it is public now that I did get to go with our very own Anthony Malcurie to the show last Friday night. Yeah, so that was a whole lot of fun. He had a great time. The reason why I said it's public is because we actually talked about it live on No Vacancy Live. So go check out Tuesday's show if you want to hear Anthony's reaction from it. But we had a great time.
Now, would that explain why he looked so down in the dumps on Monday on the show, because he was in recovery mode?
I think so. I think so. He only stayed for one set, so. Yeah.
How could you leave after one set?
How can you show up before the second set? I mean, who would?
Yeah. Somebody stopped for dinner. That's how.
Well, listen, I didn't work. I didn't eat all freaking day, and we didn't have time to get food.
I get it. You
did a very special show on Saturday. I want to know how that show went.
That was great. I brought my one of my twins, my son Benjamin, with me for his first ever Fish show, which was great. And he hasn't even been to that many concerts, so this was his first show at Madison Square Garden. What a fun event! So I guess, Craig, you and Ben have a lot in common because you both got to see your first Fish show at Madison Square Garden in the last couple of weeks.
Yes,
Craig went to the Hollywood Bowl with you, I thought.
Yeah, I did. But
that's why I said at Madison Square Garden.
Oh, exactly. First show at the Garden.
Yes.
It's been a very long. It's been a very long week.
I know. Listen. I can talk about this all day, but I know we talked about the our pride and our lack of quality of show here, but I can see everybody completely tuning out, and we got our normal guest, whoever that is not here. But we have a surprise guest apparently who is here. So. Thank goodness for that. Craig, you want to do some intro here since you set this up?
Well, we have the one and only Stephanie, our dancing queen, our champion.
Yeah.
From our Friday night audit dance-off.
I don't think I was the champion. I was not the champion.
You're the champion in our hearts. Glenn's the champion of everything
Glenn did get some pretty
else,
good upvotes. Now, didn't Amy Montgomery say that Glenn was the winner, like on the painting show a couple weeks ago?
I think she did.
You know what are you gonna do? Listen, I don't like to brag, but when you've been working as many years as I have and you're professionally trained,
good. You practiced a lot for that, Glenn. I was really
Thank you, Stephanie. I think we've wrung all we can out of that joke and wrung even more out of it. But yeah, before we get to any surprises or something, I'm thirsty, so by law, I'm required to do this. Thank goodness. I guess you're not going to be having a cocktail right now. You look like you're in an office setting. Oh, all right. There you go. I'm having a little bit of
I'm so important here in Chicago. I don't even have an office. This is actually my director of sales' office. I don't actually have an office.
I like that. I see that because you don't feel comfortable actually looking at us.
I'm looking at, so there's like a million screens, which for a sales director, like, why do you need 1,000 screens? You do as a revenue manager, but like, so I think I look here.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Very
and you
good.
can't see us. So it's actually a win-win for you. We get to see you, and you don't have to look at us. So that's great.
I want to look at you guys though. It's there. Okay, I fixed it. Got it, guys.
All right. I'd like to say, hey, everybody out there in the internet universe, happy cheers, happy Friday.
Cheers,
we made it
happy
through another
Friday.
week. Congratulations to one and all. So
Yes. So Stephanie, how long are you going to be in Chicago?
I'm here until next Thursday. I actually have some good friends visiting me here this weekend that I was roommates with back in dance school like 20 years ago. So they all came out for the weekend, and we're going to hang out, and then I'm going to work next week. I get to create the budget next week. So I'm
we just got our RevPAR targets. You got yours today too?
Yeah. So everyone's like, let's do the day-by-day budget, like by segment, so I need like a fun weekend this weekend and then knock it out next week. So
now, do you do the corporate budget too? I hope that way you can make sure you've got a line item for the 7th annual California Lodging Investment Conference.
Definitely gonna sneak that in there. If I make top line, I can push that in there. So yeah.
Nice. I love it.
So our surprise guest is here. Shout out to IHG people for being on time. Good job,
Right.
Stephanie.
And it's no surprise our scheduled guest didn't show up. So.
Isn't our scheduled guest from Chicago too? So what is going on?
Yes. He should have been here a few minutes ago. I will try contacting him again.
We got surprise guest Steph.
Yeah.
Come on.
I think that we have upgraded here. So there you go.
He's having technical difficulties. So I don't know if that means
it's
he's
hard
run
to
out of
click that
beer
link.
or
It's very
what.
difficult to go on the link and click it.
I had a very important question for a Chicago guest though, because I've still never been to Chicago, and I needed to know where the best deep dish pizza was, and I need our other guest, along with Stephanie, to give me the best recommendation.
And before you answer that question, before you answer that question, I just want to remind everybody that I'm working with the good folks over at Pizzeria Uno's, helping them bring the concept to the hotel industry. So, Stephanie, what kind of deep dish pizza do you like?
So Pizzeria Uno has awesome deep dish pizza. It's probably the best, not only in Chicago, in the world. So
There you go.
I like that.
Dave always shits on Chicago, so I don't know why he even cares. Like he's like, it's like a mini New York. Like who even likes Chicago? So I don't know why.
I've only said about half of that. The first half accurate. The second half, I don't know. But I'm a pizza connoisseur, right? That's why I'm a big fat belly. So I need to go try it out. Yeah, connoisseur, whatever you want to call it. I'm tired. Okay, Craig. It's been a long time. And we haven't budget season yet, so I'm very tired.
Well, if he's tired, I think, Glenn, you might want to bring up that photo.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Fine. You guys caught me. I'm not tired because of work. I'm tired because I'm doing double duty.
Cheater.
Right? I am a movie star, guys. As
You're a cheater.
That doesn't look anything like you. That's not
Right.
you.
I was recently in the recent upcoming Wes Anderson film, Asteroid City.
Yeah, Steph, Dave lost 50 pounds for that role. He's a method actor. I'm saying.
No, Glenn didn't. I was thinking it.
It's like Christian Bale, just up and down, up and down. You just, you get the weight you need. Listen, just because we filmed this 2 years ago, all right, it was a long time ago that we filmed this, and I had a lot of hot dogs.
He just had a baby. Give him a break. He's
still
got baby weight. He's dealing with. Nice.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right. So the good news, the bad news is we're going to take this off, but the good news is our official guest is here. Tom.
Look at that.
Groebe. How are you, brother?
It's good to be welcomed. I had some technical difficulties getting in. For some reason, my other computer it just decided that it didn't like this microphone anymore.
Yeah.
So I just ran together with a quick setup on my laptop here. So kind of a new setup for you guys, exclusive reveal here on FNA.
All right.
Hey,
let's take a look at this exclusive here right now.
It's all very well thought out. It's very, I've got the intentional plant here. The window is very intentional as well.
What about
You
the
very
cup?
thoughtful.
I think the cup's very intentional. Let them see the cup.
The cup is absolutely intentional. I don't know if you guys can.
You can't really
Yeah.
see it, but that is the official
it's a click cup.
Why don't you just tell us what it says?
It is a click connect cup.
That is the
Thank you,
second
Craig.
volume. Yes.
So basically,
Second generation.
what Tom is saying is that basically all of his great equipment crapped out because it knew it was coming on this show, and he has to go to his secondary.
Yeah, listen, he was having second thoughts, and the equipment's like, please don't.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I was being held back in multiple ways. This Bluetooth headphone is because my over-ear headphones also were not working. So if this craps out, you guys are going to start getting some echo.
This is
There
awesome.
we go.
That's totally fine. I was right in line. Now,
We
Tom,
never get echo on this show.
Tom, right before
That
we
never
came on the
happened.
show, I had a very important question because Stephanie is also semi-based in Chicago. She's in Chicago right now,
Half and half.
half and half. I will eventually one day maybe make it to Chicago. Who knows? But if I ever do,
I like Stephanie's nod. Nope,
Which-
not happening.
where should I get,
Please don't.
where should I get deep dish pizza?
Where should you get a piece of pizza?
A deep dish. Where's the best deep dish
Deep
for me to
dish.
try it officially for the first time?
If you're going to try it for the first time, you got to go Lou Malnati's with the butter crust.
That's what I was gonna say, Glenn.
Yeah.
See, this is why
I don't know why Davis continues to go down this. Does he not like me doing consulting jobs? I don't.
Now, if you've got some money to spend and you're going to plan it out.
Well, I
where you
did.
can
Dave
go in
fucked up my
advance.
job with Pizzeria Uno.
Oh, there goes a strike.
A Pizza Uno is across the entire country. You can get, it's a great, like right now there's a Pizza Uno not far from my house. I get my
Started
deep
right here
dish
in
there. I love
Chicago.
it. I've had deep dish from Pizza Uno. It's great, but I'm not. I need to go try the official Chicago.
I think there's a Illuminati's in out front of the now Horseshoe Casino in Las Vegas, the former Bally's.
They do ship across the country too. You can go on their website and buy a frozen one. They do deliver to your doorstep.
It's not the
But-
same.
Not the
It's
same,
not the
yeah.
same.
I would
I
say
agree
do
with
a
Stephanie.
Chicago pizza grinder if you've got time to plan it out. But you got to book it out months in advance. I hear.
Yeah. One time I got those frozen White Castles at the supermarket, and somehow they're even worse than the originals. I don't.
There's just some things you have to have fresh from the source. You
And
can't-
at like 2
Yeah.
a.m.
Fresh
after
from
you've
White
like been drinking all night and you can't taste anything. Like that's
Yes, might I add, I had myself some White Castle last Wednesday night after I left the fish show and took
fish.
that. Well, not right after. I still had the Long Island Railroad ride where I had to contemplate, if I was going to actually do it or not do it. And then I was driving. Once I got to the Deer Park train station, I'm like, dude, are you going to do it? Are you going to get the White Castle, or are you going to be responsible and just go home? Just go home.
Oh.
Next thing I know, I'm there in the freaking drive-through, and I'm like, get me this, get me that. Got to have a couple of fish sandwiches on top of the White Castles.
Oh.
that
What
sounds
kind
Oh.
of fish? What kind of fish is in the fish sandwich?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I'm
Steph.
not
Mystery
sure it's
flavor.
actually fish.
Okay.
It might be like dyed beef. I'm not sure.
That's the
Hey.
beef from last
Just
month
bleach
that
it.
they didn't sell.
Now,
There goes another consulting gig.
Buy
Were
by the
you,
sack. Sorry,
were you
everybody. I
on-
love White Castle. I really do.
Were you on the drunk train, Glenn, or was that one after the one you were on?
No. I mean, it was a drunk train, but it wasn't that late. It wasn't that late. So the weirdest thing. I mean, I had to get either an 11:30 train or a 1:30 train. Now that 1:30 train is official drunk train.
That's
Like,
a drunk train.
no doubt, all day, all night, everyone's effed up on that particular train ride. But for some reason, there was no 12:30, so I had to like run and leave before the concert was really over in order to go make that 11:30. The last thing I wanted to do was get stuck on the streets for 2 hours with
There you go.
There's nothing worse. Nothing worse than late night being stuck waiting for the damn PATH train or the bus or the in-day transit. You're just sitting there tired for 40
the worst.
You're
It's like,
2 hours.
longer do we have?
I still have PTSD of the 4 a.m. at the 33rd Street PATH station, whacked out of my mind, sobering up on the
Right.
step.
Right.
waiting
Oh
for
my
the
God.
And you're waiting and you're staring at that screen and you're waiting for your track number to come up and you're just sitting and hoping and hoping and hoping. And then it
That
comes and
just
everyone
sounds
runs.
horrible.
Yeah.
That just sounds horrible. No,
It's
thank
not
you.
great.
Yeah.
Here, I'm paying for a black car to get me
But
someplace.
then again,
Okay?
but Craig doesn't know about that because LA thinks that public transportation is basically like a one car underground.
Nobody walks in LA.
No. And they
Okay.
can't drive either, so that's fun.
Oh no, we're good at driving. We just cannot.
I don't
park
think
over
you're all
there.
that good. No, not everyone's good at driving in LA, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Well,
You might be, Craig. You're probably an excellent driver, but
yeah.
for all
You've
like
seen
I
the
used
park
to, so I
outside.
lived in Santa Barbara and I would
That's
commute
right,
down
she
to
did.
LA to train for dance, and so I was down there like 5 times a week, and it was pretty terrible. Like traffic plus bad drivers. It was wasn't fun.
Craig says that people can drive in LA, but then he posts Balboa Island parking pictures like every third day.
Exactly. Like
Yeah. Well, I did say except for parking. Okay, my feeling is if you can't parallel park a car, you
Yeah.
shouldn't have a
So,
driver's license.
Tom, are you a very good parallel parker? Because Craig is
Hard
very
to-
stressed out
You-
about this.
Hard question
Oh, I'm
here.
excellent. You got to fly me in anytime you got to do a parallel park. I got my
Oh my
license
God,
driving
we're
in the
6
city.
inches far from the curb. Get Tom.
See, that's the thing in Chicago. If you're more than 12 inches from the curb, you get a ticket.
Yeah,
yeah.
It was like that in New York too. Yeah.
But
well,
Tom,
now that they have backup cameras, it's not hard to do it. Like
Well, and some cars have a self-parking mode,
Yeah.
so
Tesla,
You
they'll
should
take,
do
losers.
take care of it for you.
those damn outsourced parallel parking jobs. There are not going to be no more parking jobs now.
Yeah, seriously, they're all all being taken over by robots and immigrants. I can't
Will there
stand
be a
that.
way to
Oh my
program
God.
your valet? Pull up to the valet stand and just program whichever lot you want to send it to. It'll just go.
ooh, that
Yeah.
would be cool.
That is pretty cool.
Oh,
I got to get
God.
myself one of those self-driving cars.
Tom, I have a
one day.
question for you because I mean we've known each other through these various shows. We never met in person, like many people that I've met through these various shows. But I don't actually know what you do for the full time. So what do you do for the full time?
Yeah, I work at Pendry Hotels and Resorts in the sales team, and primarily I work in the.
Oh, you're at Pendry?
Yeah, I'm at Pendry, Chicago.
Oh,
Um,
see, that's why Craig did this. So for the competitor.
Yeah, tell me all
Wait,
all the
so-
things.
yeah,
Oh, no,
exactly.
Where are you at, Steph?
I'm at the Intercontinental.
Oh, you're at the Intercon. Okay, I knew some people from over there. Did you know Julie Brown?
Yes, I did know Julie Brown. She's in Cleveland now.
You're not talking about the one and only downtown
Downtown
Julie
Julie
Brown from MTV.
Wait
Julie
a minute.
Brown.
Wait a minute. We have a potential surprise celebrity viewer who wants to know the important question.
Is that
Anthony's
Anthony?
on. He wants to know what Glenn does full time. Nobody really knows.
It's a mystery.
Anthony, he does this show full time. We have production meetings too. But David never makes
Seriously,
them.
it takes me, Anthony. It takes me. Like, what do we do to prepare for No Vacancy Live?
He
We
warms
don't.
up with
For
Anthony 4
this
days a
show,
week.
I put in a good 37, 38 hours working out the beats of this show per week. So this
And
is
I'm gonna-
well
every
crafted
single one of them.
comedy.
So now, Tom, tell us your secret strategies as you come into budget season to how you're going to beat down the Intercon.
With rate. They get much better rate. No question.
No, see, that's a completely separate office than me. I don't even want to think about that stuff.
You
I'm just
don't,
gonna be, yeah, that would fry me out, man. I could never. I'd be like a ghoul. Like I couldn't like.
Like me,
I
like a
don't know.
ghoul. Yeah.
You're not a
It would,
ghoul.
like, suck my
You're
soul
not a
out of
ghoul,
me, like,
Stephanie.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be able to live.
Magnificent Mile, Anthony. Mag Mile out in Chicago.
Chicago.
But then,
Yeah,
Tom,
Chicago.
you're a salesperson. Stephanie's a dorm. So, Tom, tell us how you relate to your dorms. Do you want to beat them over the head with a shoe whenever you send a rate?
Oh.
Stephanie!
I mean, I know how.
How do you relate to your GMs? Do you want to beat them over the head every time they ask you a stupid question that you've already
a
done?
bet.
Yeah, like that's
With a
how I am.
I'm. They say I'm a politician. I'm a very friendly hotelier. I'm nice to everybody. I'm on everybody's good side.
So that's how Tom sneaks in those 2 days.
One or two travel agents, maybe not so much, but the rest of them, yes.
No, so all kidding aside, the Pendry's a gorgeous hotel. I did a site visit over there last year, and you guys have a beautiful product. Really, really nice.
I'd make sure you check out our no vacancy interview with the general manager of the Pendry Sagamore Baltimore that we did on No Vacancy Live last week.
And wait to see the Pendry here in Newport Beach. It's going to be opening up soon, so it's going to be beautiful.
I got to get an extra check from Pendry for just blasting Pendry out at this show.
You should. You've earned it.
Stephanie, you should be plugging Intercom.
Let's see. How many of this are there? 5
we'll take Anthony away, so we've got 4.
It's like, what, a penny per view? Like, come on, let's do this.
Lunch buddy. We're getting White Castle.
We're getting White Castle.
I'm telling you, those fish sandwiches are something special.
Store, I haven't been to White Castle in a while. Glenn, do they still have the really cheap burgers, or has inflation just completely decimated?
They are not cheap anymore. I remember they used to be 30 cents back in the day. Now I think they're $2 or $3 each or something like that.
For a White Castle burger?
I don't really remember. You do recall I told you the circumstances I was there, right? I wasn't really looking at the pricing structure before ordering. I'm like, you're gonna be all of it now.
Just the whole thing. I may have to take a stop at the White Castle up the street just to see the pricing at this point.
Oh my God!
I'd appreciate that. Maybe next time you're on the you're our roving reporter on the streets of Manhattan, you can figure that out for us.
There we go. I'll go to the White Castle to ask questions for Craig.
Dave,
Would you?
Have you been to Jollibee yet, Dave?
I have not, but I've passed it several times.
I have too, and I'm so tempted to go check out the Jollibee.
One day.
There's a Jollibee here on Michigan Avenue too now.
You have one there as well?
What is this?
What's
Jollibee?
It's a chicken, like a fried chicken restaurant, right?
Oh,
yeah,
so
it's I think it's from
Chick-fil-A.
I think it's from the Philippines or something like that. They also have their fried chicken, but they also have some spaghetti thing, which is
it's fried chicken and spaghetti.
Who doesn't like fried chicken and spaghetti?
It was actually a very big rollout.
Chicken and waffles.
Right? Yeah, right. Yeah, they're like, oh, I see your chicken and waffles. Raise
you. I'll raise you. Fried chicken and spaghetti.
When they opened up, it was a big,
with a side of deep dish pizza.
There was a lot of marketing with it. There's a lot of marketing behind it for the Times Square location.
Yeah.
Oh, did we lose Glenn? Nope,
no. I was just actually thinking about the days when there was a Popeyes in Times Square. Back, you may have been too young to remember that, Dave.
Are you getting teary-eyed over that, Glenn?
I love that. I love that chicken at Popeyes.
That was pre-1987 and didn't happen. So
yeah, sorry.
Glenn.
Yeah,
he did it. He said it was prior to 1987.
That's the magic word. So time to play What Dave Doesn't Know. Today
there's so many things. There's so many things.
Today. All right, today. I called this episode of the show "Crushing Youthful Exuberance" because we got some the younger people over here. Tom, Dave has a strict. Dave, 25.
25, yeah.
Yeah. So
Jesus, you can't even call me Baby Dave at this point.
Listen,
you're always going to be Baby Dave.
Tom is a wonderful, mature gentleman. So I don't know what you're talking about, but
so says his coach.
Hey,
all right. So Tom, here's the situation.
It's a Gen Z representation.
Dave refuses to know anything before 1987. Right? Some people think the world is billions of years old. Others thinks it's 6,000. Dave thinks it's 30 something.
Soon to be 36.
Listen, if I know anything before 1998, I'll be surprised.
Right. All right. So we've got.
Oh my God,
Stephanie!
If you were here, we'd be drinking. Yeah.
I'm not even 40, and I feel so old right now.
So I've got 5 celebrity pictures here.
Okay.
And we're gonna play a game to see who knows who these 5 celebrities are. We'll see. Of course, we did. Actually, this graphic was from last December, the first time we did this. All right. So whoever, just shout out the name as soon as you know it. Who's this?
Oh, Burt Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds.
All right.
I got
Good.
first. I went
All right. All right, Tom does not know that. I expected more from him.
Wait, you don't know Burt Reynolds is Tom? No, seriously. He's in
I
movies
know
right
the
now,
name.
Tom.
I don't know the face.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough.
That's
That's
That's,
fair.
It's a
Smokey-
learning show, guys.
Smokey
It
and the
took me a
Bandit.
second. It took
Smokey
me a
and the
second,
Bandit.
because
All right.
I know older Burt Reynolds. I know
right.
Longest Yard movie 2
So
Burt Reynolds.
cute. Look how cute he is.
I know, right? All right. Next picture. Who am I?
I'm going to guess Sean Connery.
No.
Love that
No.
guess.
No.
Not anywhere close.
Anywhere close.
I don't know who that is.
All
Tom, you wanna give it a
right.
shot?
I'll give you a hint. He's coming to America.
Oh, Neil Diamond.
Yeah.
2 for 2, baby.
There you
All right,
go.
I'm gonna talk. First of all, you're not 2 for 2 because you said you don't know who it is. But number 2,
And I won.
Yeah.
I don't even know who Neil Diamond is.
Dave, you couldn't even get it with the hint, and you're giving
Oh
her
my
crap.
god. Oh
Yeah,
my
don't give me
god.
shit if you
Who is
don't
Neil
even know
Diamond?
it.
Seriously, who is Neil
Where's
Diamond?
Jared Lalati? Why isn't
Is he
she
an
on here
actor? Is he
ripping
a
into
singer?
David?
All right. This next one. All right, here we go. This woman, very famous.
Pat Benatar.
Mary Tyler Moore.
Boom! Jesus, we've got one
There you
person
go.
here who knows stuff. This is
I love
amazing.
it. Way to go, Stephanie.
Very
It
impressive.
was
All
born
right.
before 1987 though. So
All right, I'm gonna bring up the next one here. This should be easy. Stephanie's totally gonna get this. Tom's gonna have no clue. Dave, I don't think is gonna
Dave
know.
doesn't know
It's nothing
anything.
personal, Tom. Hey, Tom, I want to be honest with you. Like we're acting like we're so cool because we know this stuff, but I'm sure you could do the same to us with people that are relevant and everyone knows in your world.
Right.
That will be
I'm
like,
just floored.
I don't know who Googie McGoo is. I didn't know she had sold 14 billion records.
here's the best
See,
part. I don't
Craig
know
knows
your
why I'm
side.
embarrassing myself right now because I went to college for film, so I should know probably
Oh,
these
that's
names.
bad.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm putting up pictures of Orson Welles and Martin Scorsese.
Right.
You know?
that's true. Yeah.
All right.
To be fair, I don't know Glenn or Craig's side of this game, but I wouldn't know Tom's side either. So I just live in this late 90s, early 2000s haze for the rest of my life.
Well,
Hey,
just
but David, Glenn's Batman.
yeah.
What?
Okay, what's
Glenn
the next one? Let's
is
go.
good.
What's
All
the
right.
next one? I want to win. I want to win.
Not
Tom's
film.
not, and I may
Not
know.
film, but notable for TV. This woman is.
No idea.
Oh.
Vanna White.
Yeah, you know who it is.
Vanna White.
No.
No.
Think of her a little bit older.
Notable for TV?
Yeah. Well, one particular TV series.
It had a
No idea.
3-hour tour.
All right, Steph.
Another clue.
I think you're just gonna have to
No,
sit
I
right.
want to win. No, give me another clue. Another clue. Another clue.
I'm trying to do that in a fun and clever way. So, Stephanie, sit right back, and I'm gonna hear a tale. I want to tell you a tale of a fateful trip. It started from a tropic port aboard a tiny ship.
Oh, the Gilligan's Island.
Yes.
Look at that.
That's Dawn Wells who played Marianne. All right, so I don't
Is
even
that
know.
Careful, I didn't
Can I
know
get
the
the
one
point for that one?
female.
Yeah. I
get a
really,
point
I
for
think
that
that says a
before?
lot more about you than it does about the game, Stephanie.
Oh, Glenn.
There's
Be
one
nice
more,
to
Hey,
my
I have
guest.
to leave. Bye.
Is there one more?
No, Stephanie, don't leave
There is
me.
one more, but based on what's going on here, there's no point in even bringing up this individual.
Oh no, come on. No. I'm gonna get this one. I'm gonna get
You
this
are
one.
not.
Let's go. Come on, I'm gonna get it.
All right.
That's what you guys didn't put Pat Benatar in there is a big swing and miss on your part.
I don't know who that is.
You know what? You are honestly absolutely correct. And
Yeah.
we'll before we bring up this last one, Dave was talking about Pat Benatar, who is a female musician, and didn't realize that and referred to her as a he. So yeah.
Sure
I
did.
would have done the same thing.
All right. So here we go. Here we go. You have no clue who this person is.
Oh, he's so cute and happy though. Look at him. No,
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
looks like an Andy or like a
Okay,
Joe.
Tom.
I'm just putting names out there. He's just,
His name was Soupy Sales, big famous comedian from the 50s and stuff, and 60s, and Yeah.
See,
And
we're
his own
learning
show
so
where he
much
had
today.
White Fang and Black Tooth.
Yeah, he was actually very notable for the show that he had. That one time, my mom tells me this story. He said he told all of the kids on the show to go into their parents' wallet and take out all those green things and send it to him. And a lot of kids took all their parents' money and sent it to him.
That's actually awesome.
I think we need to do that as part of No Vacancy Live now. Just find some kind of thing to get people to send us random shit.
I think so too. I really like that. I got to tell you, Steph, I'm really impressed. Tom, I'm sorry to stress you out with that game.
Listen, I got to return my degree. I'm gonna just grab the paper and go back to college. So
Hey, if you return it, does that mean you don't have to pay off the student loan?
It's all right.
I think so. I think
That's
those
what I
loans
Listen,
go
it's
back.
all right.
I need to hear who won. Who won?
You did.
Stephanie wins.
Hold on. And the winner is. Do we have a drum roll?
Stephanie.
There's Stephanie.
Thank you.
Now, speaking
So,
of taking,
Tom, don't worry about it. You don't have to return your degree. The online school you got it from is out of business, so it doesn't count anymore.
I think next week,
the
I didn't
federal
know
loans, they
Trump
still start
University
back up this
offered
month.
film degrees.
I think next week I need to put a little slideshow together of people that I would recognize and see if Glenn and Craig know who they are.
Yeah. Hey, listen. I want to go. I want to go back.
We
to
would discuss that in the production meeting if you would show up.
I want to
If
give.
you guys didn't have it in the middle of my freaking day job time slot. Like, can you push it back an hour? I could do it while I'm walking to the bus. I could join every single week.
Oh, you
wanna
want
do
it at 5 p.m. instead of 4 p.m.?
5:20 p.m. would be better.
Oh, Glenn?
Sorry, 420 is better.
Okay.
All right. So,
4:20 holds a deep meaning in Glenn's heart.
yeah, Steph,
David, you know that we take all the glory, you take all the abuse, and anything that goes wrong is your fault. So
It sounds like being a GM. So it really
exactly.
it just tracks along my career trajectory. It's just a continuation of my typical day. But Stephanie, and I think Glenn was trying to pull up into this. So Nikki Fox has a good question because you've been on the show before, but not everyone has seen you on the show before. We were talking about your dance time, and people don't realize you were also a professional baker, by the way. But what type of dance did you do? Tell her more.
Oh, hi, Nikki. I would love to tell you more. So I trained as a ballet dancer. So I did classical ballet starting at 7 years old. And then I got a job with a company in Salt Lake City, Utah, Ballet West. And I danced professionally with them for 5 years. So that's what I did.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And now, Tom, what kind of dance do you focus on?
I know just about nothing about dance, but I do know there's a great ballet company in Chicago that's the Joffrey Ballet, and I've been intending on checking them out.
Have you seen them before?
I have not seen them.
You should go there. They're a great company. They're really, really good.
Yeah, a good friend of mine in college was with them, so I want to see a show soon.
You know, Tom, you're really being a little, too low key about this. Actually, Tom focuses on tribal mating dances of South America.
Is that what his degree was actually in?
He does like
film school.
12 of them. Sexy. Let me tell you.
I actually thought I could see Tom being a very strong contemporary dancer, to be honest.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah, if contemporary dancing is bumping into stuff and like stumbling, then yes, that's
Yeah. Dancing freaks me out so much. I actually considered moving to that town in Footloose so nobody would ask me to do it anymore.
And then you did it on a podcast and you won a competition. Glenn. So
well,
look at how far you've come.
I appreciate you going right back into it. I love it.
That joke will never go. They will never go.
Never get old.
Okay,
Now-
guys, I'm like very important and very busy.
You are, and thank you for
yeah,
joining us today, Stephanie. It means the world to me. Thank you.
Thanks for inviting me, Craig. I always love talking with you guys and seeing you guys.
No.
So hope everybody has a what are you shaking your head about?
This question from Suzanne. I will not be part of the dance off. I will not be partaking in that. I have hung up my dance shoes many years ago, many drinks ago. So I am retired from the scene of the 2 a.m. stumble dance known as the whiskey dance.
I'll put this one up.
I would think of it more of your interpretation of the Goonie dance.
Listen, everybody is a dancer at heart. Like, nobody cares what you're doing out there. You do your own thing. Like, you think everyone's watching you.
So says the professional dancer.
Who is watching everybody?
Whatever.
Well, Stephanie, it's great to meet you. We'll grab a drink sometime downtown.
Yep, I would love to. Sounds good.
We'll see you later, Steph. Be well.
Thank you, Stephanie. Take care.
Bye. So, Tom, thank you so much for being here. It's about time we get to you. Show's over. Gotta go. Sorry, just kidding. So,
see you later, guys.
Yeah. So one of the fun things is you do content in the business. You produce stuff, and tell us a little bit more about that. And you guys probably know him from our little interstitial over there.
Yeah, I mean, I make content. I'm actually about to drop an episode of the Hospitality MD podcast on Monday. We did an interview with the director of marketing at the Virgin Hotel Chicago. So it's a great little podcast. We've got a great video that we put together for it. So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, I love making podcasts and videos and all sorts of fun little stuffs.
And not being on time for ones that you're supposed to be the guest of, obviously.
Yeah, I'm terrible. See, this is the thing. I'm terrible at being on camera. I was always intended to be behind camera. I can't. This whole like.
You know what, Tom? I hate to break the news to you. I disagree with you. You're very smooth there on the microphone, and you've got a good set of skills developing over there.
It was a big accident. Oh, go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
No, so I mean, when COVID was happening and all these shows started popping up, and one of them was Hospitality MD, and it was always, at least as far as I ever knew, was Kyle and Greg, they were kind of a team, similar to Glenn and Anthony. That they would kind of associate the show with them too. But then one day you just kind of popped up on screen. So did you always know them? Did you start joining them later on? How did that come together?
I was completely bamboozled.
Kind of like what we did to Dave to get him to do this show.
Yeah, Kyle was my front office manager at the Hilton McCormick Place, which is the first tri-branded Hilton in the world. I opened up that hotel. Kyle came through later on.
And that means 3 brands, not that they were actually trying to be a hotel.
Yeah, we weren't trying very hard.
Yeah.
That was good. That was good.
little slow on the roll with that one. Sorry, Tom. Go on.
all good. He was my boss, and I quit on him. I was
because he was
school.
You're like, I'm not working with this guy.
See, that's what Dave tries to do with us, but we have a contract that he made his mark on where he can't go anywhere.
I keep trying to get out, and they pull me back in.
That's it.
So I was at film school at the time, and anytime we would do a pre-shift, Kyle would bring up his podcast, and I'm sitting in pre-shift because Kyle knows that I'm at film school, and he's like, "Oh, Tom, you should help me with a video sometime." And I'm like, "I'm not going to help this loser with anything. This production looks terrible. If I ever get involved in this, I'll be a failure. Like I can't. Let me just keep with my schmoozy film school kids."
I feel like those words came out of Dave's mouth before he started working with me.
In 2018, sitting at Niles' bar. That's what I was thinking.
So
go on.
I get inducted into this program at Columbia College Chicago, which only has 12 students per year, and I wanted to dedicate all of my time to it, 100% of my time. It was called Scene Study. And so I went to Kyle and I said, "Kyle, I love working here, but I'm going to give you my 2 weeks because I've got the scene study thing and it's really important to me." And Kyle said, "Yeah, no problem." I get a phone call walking out of his office from our director of operations saying, "Tom, you should have quit to me, not to Kyle. I'm not going to let you quit. You're too valuable, XYZ. We want you to just pick one day out of a month, come in anytime you want, and I'll keep you on the schedule. This way you can keep working at the hotel when you're done with your class." I'm like, "Oh, that's fantastic. I'm going to do that." Well, about a month into the class, the pandemic hit, and the class got canceled.
Right.
So I went right back.
Hey, you could go right to the hotel because there's so much business. Not a problem.
Yeah. I went right back to work.
We were definitely hiring in March of 2020.
While I was gone, Kyle quit. So he was no longer my boss. He texts me during the riots and says, "Hey, this is crazy. I know you're in film school. Let's make a documentary." We made the documentary. He looped me in. And from there, he just kind of started to get me like, hey, we're doing this documentary for Hospitality MD, but while you're making it and all this
And of
other
course, you're
stuff
referring
about,
to the documentary about Craig Poole. Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Documentary about Craig Poole. Follow me and I will be behind you. Mm-hmm. We're making that film, and Kyle just kind of throws some other projects my way to work on with HMD. And then over time, I just got more and more involved with HMD.
Sucked in. It pulled you in.
Kind of pulled in. And then the documentary released, and then I was just making content. I was working with Greg at another hotel, and that's when we decided to do the PM shift because we felt like we weren't getting enough content out.
Right.
And so we decided, okay, let's make a live show time commitment where every week, twice a week we'll come out and we'll do a show, which is the first time I was really on camera for Hospitality MD, which really wasn't that was about a year ago where I was first ever on camera for Hospitality MD.
Nice.
Wow.
Everything before then, I was just behind the scenes.
That sounds like a much better story than me and Glenn's coming together. As me and Glenn was basically just.
What are you talking about? We got fucked up. It was great.
We were drunk in Manhattan, and the rest is history.
And I also had to take home the train that night, which was not fun. I don't think I wound up at Castle that night. It may have been Taco Bell. I don't know. Not sure.
Oh, an ACO run. Not good. Not good. So, hey, Tom, what's going on with the PM shift? Are you guys talking about bringing it back later this year, more of a fall-winter show, or what's happening there?
We're not sure yet. We've put it on pause indefinitely for now just because it's been tough to make the show with just Greg and I. Yeah. So we're planning on, probably continuing.
Hey, Tom, you got to give some details. Kyle is not involved because he's got other stuff going on, right?
Yeah, Kyle's got some other stuff going on. I'm not 100% sure where Kyle's at, to be honest with you. He's a little bit just kind of figuring his own journey out at this time. So it's kind of like I'm pretty much at the same level as you guys in terms of awareness.
I hear you. Being in your 20s is tough. I remember how difficult it was. It's really a time when you're trying to figure out who you are and what you want to do. Now, done for me. I said at the beginning of the show, I've given up. I'm done. It's over for me.
I was still in my 20s. The last thing I'll be doing is Friday Night Audit. But since I'm 35, I kind of just stuck to it now.
Well, the reason is because he's still naive enough to make poor decisions. But
Hey, I just got this. I don't know if you saw on LinkedIn. I just got this calendar. It's called the 4,000 week calendar.
Yes.
Wait a minute. David, bring up photo 1, please.
Tom, the whole thing with the little things that you were doing, it was stressing me out with the math and stuff like that. So when you put up the thing about, also in the description, you said how many weeks you were alive. I just went to my calculator and divided it, which is why I was able to say, oh, you're 25.
Oh, you knew. Okay. All right. I call that cheating, Glenn.
No,
that's
that is called research and preparation. I was very clear that I spent 38 hours a week preparing for this show.
That is show research.
See, when you said that, I thought you meant 37 seconds, but 37 hours sounds more.
All right. It was more like 37 seconds.
So Craig, tell me what the hell I'm looking at. What am I looking at?
Tom?
This is my life in weeks. It's actually done by a company called 4,000 Weeks, and you basically just give them your birthday, and they send you a poster that has how many weeks you've been around so far.
Tom,
and
that's
then
outdated. It's outdated. I'm sorry to break it to you. You got it. You doing it every week? You going in there with the number 2 pencil and taking care of things?
It looks like an old Scantron test. Yeah.
The Mister. It's going to be. There's so many unanswered questions at this point.
David, bring that picture back up, would you?
My concern is that the second that they send it to you in the mail, it's out of date.
Yeah. Well, Glenn, if this was your life in weeks or mine, especially mine, it would all be black.
Yeah.
Well, while I wait for Tom to get back on, Glenn, you mentioned Taco Bell a second ago. Did you guys see this crazy story involving Taco Bell right now?
Which story?
They were.
There's so much Taco Bell news, I can't keep straight what the headlines are.
They were in this legal battle where there's another regional taco chain.
Yes.
Trademark Taco Tuesday.
Yes, this has been going on for a number of years now.
Yeah. So Taco Bell finally got Taco whatever to drop the trademark, except in New Jersey, the trademark is actually owned by a mom and pop shop. So now Taco Bell is giving away free tacos for the month in celebration of Free Taco Tuesday, the trademark being dropped, except
that's
in
amazing.
New Jersey is not allowed to give free tacos because the trademark has not been dropped in the state of New Jersey, only everywhere else in the country.
Hey, Tom, you handled that tech error with a plume, because not only did you find another way to get back on, but you also made a reference to it in your name over there.
Yeah, man.
Pretty impressive.
Very good, Tom. Very good.
There's one little trick, Tom. Just
turn your phone
sideways.
Yeah.
So this is great because hold on, I'm gonna turn auto rotate on.
There we go.
Do you remember at the start of the show when I said that I was on my laptop?
Yep.
Well, I guess the camera and the lights was they were discharging the laptop faster than it could charge. So I got completely wrecked. This thing is just it's not working.
I think we need to invest in a new laptop, Tom.
Yeah, I got this thing's from like 2017, so it's probably about time.
Jeez.
There you go.
Wow.
Well now you can kind of see the buildings behind me at least. It's
yeah.
Kind of
I love the skylight.
Thank you.
Nice. Are you at work or are you at home?
No, I'm at home.
Oh, cool. You live in the city. That's awesome.
I do. Yeah.
That's what you get when you get to be a young 25-year-old professional.
Listen, I lived on the Upper East Side when I was your age in New York City, and it was freaking amazing. And I'm so glad I got to have that experience. It must be so much fun for you being able to be, young and single in a major city like that. What's it like?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, everything is so convenient. The CTA, I give it a lot of shit, but it's actually pretty incredible. So I have no complaints whatsoever.
Nice.
I don't remember what I was saying before I cut out. I think we were talking about 4,000 weeks.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I just received the poster the other day, so we'll see if I end up tallying it every week. You won't.
You'll do it like over Christmas break. You'll do the whole year or something like that.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like I'll get probably about a year in, and then I'll probably find this thing in the closet in 20 years.
Yeah. What do you think about those? What do you think about those people that take a picture of themselves every day for their entire lives? That's an insane thing.
That's crazy.
I know. I talk about a good YouTube video though.
I have a hard time taking a picture of myself at any point in time. So every day that'd be crazy.
I just saw this YouTube video. I found this channel, and it doesn't matter what the content was, but it started with this guy who had a beard, and then he didn't have a beard, and then he continued the video. And he goes that he actually did the shave part 18 months before the rest of the video. Talk about planning to figure all of that out. Like, nowadays, I didn't have the 37 seconds to prepare for this show, let alone 18 months of thinking ahead to do something and then waiting to be able to publish that. I got one more video to run from when I visited Camelback in June, and I feel like it's forever ago.
Oh, good. We have a video in the tank. Maybe we'll do that one on Thursday then.
Yeah. Oh, no, it's like a 3-minute jobby, that kind of a thing. Yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, listen, but it's like a 3-minute Thursday, right? It's a 3-minute no vacancy live on Thursday with a pre-record.
Copyright infringement. Fuck you.
Maybe Anthony and I'll just go busy. Let's go Barbie. Time to party. Yeah. Remember that song?
How's Greg doing, Tom?
Greg is fantastic.
I'm surprised he's not here tonight. Giving you a hard time.
I think he's working right now, but I sent him an invite, so maybe he'll pop in and break into the stream.
That's cool. Yeah.
Well, I hope you guys figure it out and bring back your show, because I'm telling you, it's really screwing up my Tuesday and Thursday laugh and drinking time. So
Tom, maybe you guys just need to do like a like those like celebrity type shows where basically you just have a rotating celebrity co-host.
Well, I did that. So part of the issue was just that we both have full-time jobs, so we were trying to figure out how to make time for the show and also to like life in general.
Right.
So part of the problem was just kind of like the continuous time segment. But I think part of the problem is that we're trying to fit life in, or like trying to fit like work in and stuff. We could move into a house together and start a reality show and just have the cameras rolling 100% of the time. and then we wouldn't have to worry about schedules, right?
Well, this is what makes No Vacancy Live so easy to do every single week, 3 times a week, is because Glenn has nothing going on in his life.
Right.
So
Glenn and I have no lives. So, yeah. David's right about that.
He's always available at 12 o'clock on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Tom, it's actually quite sad.
When is the No Vacancy Hospitality MD reality show happening where we move into a LA mansion together?
I think we definitely.
I think we move into the Pendray in Newport Beach. I think that would be.
Yeah, that'll be great. I think that'll be a fun show.
We'll put that on Netflix.
I'll go to sleep at 9:30 at night, and be up at 5:30 in the morning. And
5:30 in the morning.
And that's after you guys buy Netflix, right? Like that's that's the first part of the content plan.
Exactly. Yeah, right. Exactly.
We're still waiting. I think we're very close to getting that deal done.
Yeah. So now with everything going on in Hollywood, I'm sure it's making it easier for you guys to make an offer.
Yeah, it is.
We keep calling. We keep asking.
Yeah. What's the number at now? What are you guys at?
Yeah.
$111 and 2 Pelican cases.
Yeah. You add the Pelican cases in.
We took one away because they fired their CFO. So
but they're playing hardball though. They seem to want it back on the table with the deal.
Yeah,
but I don't know if Craig and I are ready to go that far.
It's a big commitment. Yeah. It's a big commitment. So now, what do you guys think? Speaking of Netflix and you two being Disney fans or Disney followers, what are your thoughts on the Disney Plus price increase with the Hulu bundle?
Disney Plus kind of sucked before. Now it sucks even more. I mean, sorry. I don't need a streaming service that has one new show every 3 months. It doesn't make sense. Yeah. And I think, Craig, you'll probably agree with me. I think the whole thing with the streaming thing is like that new Star Trek season just ended. I could go get Paramount Plus now for like a week, and then I'll watch that, and then I'm done with it. Right. And then I just cancel it. So what's the point? I also have no interest in anything that Disney Plus is doing right now. There's just nothing intriguing or interesting at all. It started with the bang, feels like it's going out with a whimper.
I agree with Glenn on just about everything there. I don't think they really thought through these streaming services. I don't think they realized how much content they really needed, how much new programming. I got to tell you, I like the Netflix model. I mean, they're getting content from around the world, so you get a better variety. Now,
with this strike that's happening, that's certainly going to increase.
There's nothing there now. But I just think the initial plans weren't the best, and the only difference between what Glenn's saying and what I think is I'm looking forward to one show on Disney Plus, and that's the Ahsoka series. I'm a big fan of Dave Filoni, who was basically the last Padawan under George Lucas at Lucasfilm. He did their animated stuff for a few years, did The Last Airbender prior to that, and now he's moved into live action. So I'm really happy with that. As a stockholder, of Disney, I got to tell you, I agree with Bob Iger, and his thinking on linear television. And I think that ABC is going to be sold off. I think ESPN is going to be gone, even though they just got a $2 billion deal with a gaming group. So that kind of makes ESPN and all the offshoots of that solid again.
Yeah, they're going to make money in a different kind of world. Tom, I got a question for you, because I think this really settles the issue. Do you watch any traditional over-the-air TV? Do you have any idea what shows are on CBS, NBC, or ABC at all?
No, I have no clue whatsoever. I can confidently say that I've never paid for cable. I've never I've only ever had streaming services, and primarily I'll watch YouTube actually.
Yeah,
just because it's completely free.
Yeah.
And then I have Disney Plus and I have HBO Max, which rebranded to Max, which is probably the worst rebrand in history.
Right.
I got a new streaming service out called Sam, and I know one of my guys has got one called Ira. So it's going to be a great trio of services. There.
Yeah.
You're going to call it the 3 Old Jew Network. That's going to be awesome. Yeah.
you know, the streaming business model was broken because what they would do, especially Netflix.
Sorry, Tom.
Hey, your move, Peacock. Let's go. Oh, that's a good one. That was quick.
That was good.
Was that already in the? Was
Good
that already
going,
in
David.
there?
No.
Good one.
You know, stuff on a producer trick is still on the old man.
Very, very fast.
Very good, David.
No, Netflix was especially guilty of this, but they spent way too much money on producing too many niche pieces of content.
Yeah.
And they didn't match that up to what they were pulling in with regard to revenue. And now they're just on this snowball effect of spending way too much money on producing low quality shows that tarnishes the brand.
Yeah.
They just pick just about anybody to be a filmmaker for them. And now when you think of Netflix, when you click on a random show title, 9 times out of 10, it's not going to be enjoyable.
Yeah, but I got one question for you. Is it cake?
Forget it.
Yeah.
What about
Snyder? Dave, there's literally a show. There's literally a show on Netflix where the competitors have to decide on whether it's cake or an actual item.
That sounds terrible.
See, and the pretentious film student inside of me is just kind of like dying, thinking that this stuff is actually being produced by a studio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like the show Nailed It. I think Nailed It's a very good show. Me and my
that was really funny.
That show.
Yeah. Yeah. But the problem with a lot of these shows are I enjoyed it for like a season and a bit, but then the formula kind of gets tired, right?
But I feel like that's a lot of shows. Like you look at some shows, even on cable TV, right? Like a show that I used to love and I'd watch it with Annie was Person of Interest, right? And that would come out every week with kind of a new monster of the week type of show. There was kind of a new show every week, but there was obviously an overarching backstory. Yeah,
right.
But then eventually they just changed the entire format when wholeheartedly
they screwed up the cast and
it was wackadoo storyline, and it was just I was out after like 3 seasons. I just can't do this dumb shit. Blacklist is the only show in the last many years that I've actually enjoyed start to stop. That I felt
that's
the formula right. That every week, even though there's an overarching story, every week there was a new story as well, and they kind of intertwined both together, and it made sense.
Dave, you just mentioned 2 shows that were on network TV. Did you watch them on network TV, or did you watch them on other services?
So Blacklist is funny because I've been watching Blacklist for years, but I've watched them over the course of years, meaning that I would watch like season 1 and 2 on Netflix, not watch the show again for like 2 years, catch 3 and 4, not watch it again for a year, catch 4 and 5, not watch it again for a year and a half, and then I would just kind of just go as I went.
Yeah.
I did not watch it on network TV. But listen, network TV has been struggling for a long time. Live sports has been the only thing that is keeping network TV alive, and even that's kind of as it's moving.
That's iffy,
as it's moving towards the streaming world, and especially with baseball, right? With baseball and Diamond Sports Group and the regional networks and the regional productions going to MLB, that's going to go online soon.
Seriously, I watch the Thursday if I feel like watching football or I remember, I watch the Thursday night games on YouTube, so I don't have to worry about it. And for the Super Bowl last year, we literally bought a streaming service for the month and then just canceled it. So whatever.
The season on the flip side of the season problem is these streaming services are canceling good shows after the 2nd or 3rd season because they don't want to have to pay the writers more for the 4th season. And also part of the marketing tactic is that they can come out with a new shiny TV show and say, we've got this new show premiering. So why would they spend money on the 4th season of a show with a declining audience when they can roll out a brand new golden goose?
I'm still pissed that they renewed and then canceled Glow, and then before its last season actually happened.
The flip side of all this is going to be that event. I don't know when it's going to happen, but obviously as these cable cutters still happen, right? Verizon's going to lose subscription and money, AT&T or DirecTV, I should say, but they also still run the internet, especially Verizon, right? Comcast, they still run all that stuff.
But DirecTV and AT&T are
they're the same company.
They are the king of porn. So,
but the point is that you're eventually going to see, I believe at least, that you're going to start seeing kind of like when they did with cell phones for a while, where they're going to see like gigabyte usage limits because everything's going to be being streamed, and that's how they're going to make their money back from their loss of cable revenue.
I'd love your guys' perspective on how these guys are the cable cutters going on, how these guys are going to make money from news programs, or if these news giants are going to survive the streaming transition.
The news giants are screwed too because they've been going to the well with the same topic for the last 8 years, and that's enough.
Unless they
to
keep turning mice, what is it, mice holes into mounds or whatever you want to call it,
molehills into mountains.
They keep turning, they keep.
Although who doesn't like a good mice hole? Really,
they keep making these stories bigger. The glamorization of the news and the glamorization of events.
Yeah.
The fear mongering, all that stuff, just to keep people clicking and watching.
I agree. Listen, if you want glamorization, I raise you to. All that serious talk was getting me kind of stressed out. Thank God we found our way to the Plug-a-Palooza. Tom,
we've been cord cutted by.
Am I back?
Yeah. Tom. Plug away, baby.
Yes, join Hospitality MD on our YouTube channel, which is just youtube.com/hospitalitymd. We have a new interview coming out on Monday with Morgan Stevens, the director of marketing for the Virgin Hotel Chicago, and it's live in person interview with this director. I'm the one that's doing the interview, so it's my first on-set podcast with a big name in Chicago, so come check it out. We'll
how to watch
and toast. Yeah, good job.
Yeah. We'll love to check you guys out.
Definitely tuning in.
Dave?
Well, as I said earlier in the show, guys, I am a little tired because I've been doing double duty, not just doing my hotel job, not just been doing No Vacancy Live / Friday Night, but I have been filming a movie. As you can see, it's Hollywood Day Dave. I got it in right before I started, so now I am on the picket line. But go check out my movie. It's called... Craig, what's it called?
Asteroid City.
Asteroid City.
Asteroid City. Make sure you go check it out. I am in it. It's a star-studded cast.
And then Dave has also filmed another video about his astounding weight gain after that movie as well.
It's basically It's basically the sequel to Super Size Me.
Yes. It's called Super Size Dave. David. Yeah. Craig, how about you? I feel like I'm going to be at the Westin Costa. What's the name of that place? I always forget.
Westin South Coast Plaza.
I know there's a Costa in there.
And David's going to be there, and Tom's going to be there. But before we talk about Click 7 on March 6th and 7th, 2024, this is the gauntlet. Okay, the glove has been thrown, Glenn.
Oh.
There is a lazy river race this year at the lodging conference, and I'm challenging you.
Right. So what is that? Right. So I got to figure out what the point of that is. Are we supposed to come in last place?
Well, I don't know.
But
Harry picked you to win over me, so it's like, Jesus, really?
Because this athletic figure over here, just
Yeah, it's because you're a swimmer. You're in the pool every day.
What is a lazy river race? You just sit in the tube and just see who gets there last?
I have no idea how that's going to work.
We will find out.
I'm in it though, because I'm going in early enough for it. Like the pickleball was a little too much physicality for.
I want to go to the pickleball portion. That'd be all of me. Yeah. I'm going tomorrow morning. I am so into pickleball right now. Let me tell you.
Get on Glenn's private jet and fly out with him.
Yeah.
Where's the lodging conference is happening?
Yeah.
To the lodging conference.
September. Yep. Where Glenn and I are going to be there on the 19th. We're actually checking in on the 18th, Sunday, and we're there till the 21st.
Yeah, great. So you guys do it over this thing called UNGA. Not very important thing in New York City. I don't have to be there for it.
I mean, what are you going to have? About 0% occupancy? No big deal.
Nothing's going to happen at all.
Listen, the rooms, they sell themselves. You're not going to worry about it.
Yeah.
Hey, especially at that Even Hotel in Midtown. It's absolutely beautiful. I had a great stay there. Thank you, David, for that.
And the second most convenient location of the United Nations.
Yes. Yeah. I walked down there, shot some video there. So
that's awesome. All right, so I got a lot to plug today. Go check out my interview with the Lieutenant Governor of Louisiana that I put up there. This guy was freaking awesome. Not a typical politician. My favorite quote from it is if you could eat it, dance it, shoot it, We'll make a festival about it. So that's the type of interview we got going on over there. So go check that out. Also, I'm going to be, this is very exciting. And guys, I got to put on this screen because I'm getting a little emotional because this is a dream come true to me. I'm going to be attending the Southern Lodging Summit. And on August 22nd, I'm going to be hosting an event at a barbecue place. And I get to do a panel and talk to the whole audience at a barbecue place while eating ribs, guys. This is huge.
That is like your dream, Glenn.
This is my
dream.
Tom, you one time years ago, I had to compete against a taco bar. I lost. It didn't go so well, but I'm really hoping that this rib thing is going to work out for me. Yeah, Craig?
I was going to say, I think the dream come true for you was the lieutenant governor's offer to have you on their float for the Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So we'll see if the lieutenant governor remembers that.
Different question. I know we're running along, but how, why, when, where the hell did that interview come from? That's the most random interview.
I knew a guy who knew a guy, kind of.
Glenn's got secrets, like Dave.
Yeah, so that worked out. So I'll be at the Southern Lodging Summit in Memphis on August 22nd and August 23rd, and then I'm going to be running down to LendingCon in Orlando, where I'm also going to be hosting unfortunately a rib-free luncheon, but it's going to be a whole political kind of a thing. We've got Chip Rogers on there. We've got a local, the local congressional representative for the House of Representatives that's going to be there. Let me see if I can pull up the other names. Yeah, Darren Soto from the congressman from Florida District 9, Chip Rogers of AHLA, Raj Trivedi, and Nitin Shah of Embassy Bank, and of course Jan Guadam from who put together the LendingCon event. So that's going to be a really great panel.
Nice.
Later on, I'll be on the main stage at the lodging conference while Dave's actually working for a living, and lots more events coming this fall. So very exciting. Thank you for letting me plug myself, and thank you all for watching the one and only Friday Night Audit. We will be back next week, even though the petition to have us taken off the air has reached 5 million at this point. Pretty impressive.
Woo!
I know.
Hey, Tom, thank you for joining us tonight. And Stephanie, thank you for joining us as well.
All right. See you all next
week.
week.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Good night, Tom.